Hey guys, my name's Loic. I'm new on YouTube and uh, this is like the first video I'm gonna put up of me talking, and it's quite very a bit daunting and nerve-wracking talking in front of a camera and seeing yourself. But I just wanted to, something just told me it's time for me to put, a YouTube video. It's not because I'm chasing a certain status or something. It was because of how I feel or how I've been feeling lately with everything around me. And it got me to the point that I decided to seek Jesus. Yeah, Jesus. It was something that I don't know, I didn't see it coming. I just felt like emptiness, a lot of emptiness inside me. And I just decided that I was going to seek Jesus. Yeah, like as I was saying, like literally seeking Jesus, this is where like I I phoned my friend and I told my friend, I think when he called me, one of my best friends, he called me, he asked me what's going on, how's it going? And I was talking, I said everything to him, like, I'm fine, I'm going on whatsoever. And then I just dropped the bomb to him, like I'm giving my life to Jesus. He stayed quiet on the phone and it was like, seriously? I was like, yeah, I'm giving my life to Jesus. And not that he was or like he was disappointed or shocked or that feeling. No, he was just like, it was a bum. He didn't expect to hear it from, from me and stuff. So, if you're a person that you came or you come from a religious family, or you came from a religious family, even though you led astray, and it will come a point in your life where the calling, you'll feel like the calling is there. Even if you don't come from a religious family, if, I believe if you're a person that you've believed in God, or if you had some sort of notion of there is something bigger out there than us, you might get that time. I like to believe that. I've always been a believer anyways, but you get the feeling. I don't know, but that's how I've been feeling. And I just decided like I need to, I want to see Jesus in my life. Yeah, I just dropped it like that to myself. First I thought it was like not serious, but as more I was thinking about it, I was growing more conviction about it, where my new life is coming into in terms of what I really want to do. I've been, I've been, I feel like I've lived for a long while. I don't know if that even makes sense. Like, I've done a lot of stuff which I'm not proud of. Some stuff that I'm very happy that I've achieved, but also I'm someone that I'm very reflective. Before I do something, I always think about it. I remember when I was growing up, around my early teens, I had one of my favorite uncles, and he always used to say to me, think before you talk, because I used to be one of those ones when I was younger. I would just talk or reply to things so quick and talk and talk and talk, and without really not a meaning or a sense of direction to what I was saying. And this uncle of mine used to say to me like Loic, sometimes you need to think when you speak. And he used to say that to me every single time because, you know, he was one of those cool uncles. Like he had a car, so and I used to always go places with him as well. When I was a bit younger, like he played table tennis, so I would, accompany him sometimes to training because he played table tennis like professional and had a short career, but he was really great at it, like probably one of the best. But back when I was in London. Anyways, and yeah, he always used to give me these lessons, but to me back then I never used to see it like lessons. I used to look at it like man, what is this man saying again? Like just gonna scold me or just talk again. Whole lot of bollocks. Anyways, as I was growing up, I was one of those kids that I was very, I'd say I felt like I was blessed. I was very, academic wise, I was like, I was very good academic wise, only till I got to my later years in secondary school. I think to you Americans, you guys refer that as high school. I think, yeah. I just died out of love for it. Like I was thinking, what the hell? I don't like school whatsoever. But I was really good, from junior. I think you guys call it junior, and us in the United Kingdom refer to as primary school. I was really good at it. Anyways, I just I just fell out of love in school. But I was, I went down a path of hanging around. I grew up in a very rough area. It was quite good, but it was quite very rough, especially while I was growing up, heavily influenced by, gang affiliations. It was around guys that were doing, mad stuff back then. You know, that was my surroundings. I was breathing and living that culture. Thank God, I always had like an eye to not really heavily go down into it because I could have, but so many times there was always this voice in the back of my mind always stopping me, and always because of the teachings of my grandmother. My grandmother was the one that raised me for the first 10 years of my life, and the woman instilled core values into me. R.I.P. her. May her soul rest in peace. Yeah, she passed away in February, and yeah, so it was those core values that literally kind of like kept me strong. I have an African, I'm African, got a very strong African culture while growing up, and that really held me back from doing a lot of things that were crazy. And I felt really blessed, coming from a family that was also very religious, into Catholicism. I grew up, I went to, Sunday school, I did all of that. Like, again, like I said, I was a very, very good scholar. I did the books. But anyway, I fell out of love with all of that and stuff. So while growing up, got to this part in my life where I was kind of like seeking a bit more answers because it didn't make sense with what I learned from the church or from what the church taught me or religion taught me, if I want to put it in those quotes, to what I was going through day to day and stuff as a young man. And yeah, so it brought me to a stage of my life where, from the moment where I lost my virginity, I tasted how good it feels, to be, you know, that side, being with women and doing whatsoever. And I was one of those boys that I love chatting, girls. I love chatting women. Like, even I just love women, whether sometimes I'm not trying to fully go down a path of them, but just talking to women, like, I just love it. And I always, always, always used to, try to flirt and whatsoever. But I actually never had a girlfriend. Never. Growing up, I didn't want it to. I thought it was quite lame. And I thought it was like, what the hell would I want to get a girlfriend when I can have as much girls as I want? Again, from the culture you come from, you are the product of your environment. If that's what you're secluded yourself. I I recently decided to leave, my hometown, which was London, and then just, go somewhere else in Europe. Just trying to, I wouldn't say find myself, that's not really the word. Uh, I would say it was just that feeling of it's go, just go, and which I did. Um, I won't mention what country I am. It's no big deal, but I'm somewhere still in Europe, with a nice weather. But the feeling is a feeling I feel like in your life I believe everyone gets that feeling. I believe everyone should. Let me not say everyone gets that feeling. I believe everyone should get that feeling. I embarked on a journey, leaving my hometown to come to a new, different country, to a different country, experience the culture and everything, and grow as a person. Become a man that I think I need to become. And like a lot has been happening to me, as in eye opening. So for the last couple months, I'd say I've been just kind of like you call enjoying your new sitting, trying to discover it, doing so many activities, keeping busy, whatsoever, which I did that, I've been doing all of those stuff. However, I'm one of those people that I have to make in here happy. If in here isn't happy, it's just a waste of time for me. I think I kind of know myself a bit that well, that nothing makes me happy until in here is happy. And I felt like in here was really empty and getting empty. So what's this feeling that I've been feeling lately? It is I can't describe it. Like, to some people, they will refer that as the calling. And if you're a religious person, you've probably heard that terminology before, as in like it's the calling. You feel like God is calling you. And yes, I mentioned God, for those that wasn't expecting to hear that, this is going to be something pretty much, this is God we talk about, Jesus, Yeshua HaMashiach. I think I said that right. Yeshua HaMashiach. That is Jesus Christ in Hebrew. If you don't know, again, that's the language the Holy Scriptures were written in. So this is pretty much me kind of like sharing exactly like my journey in terms of deciding to turn my life around, give up every single thing I like, for me to follow Yeshua HaMashiach, to follow God, Elohim, which is God for God in Hebrew. Technically, it's like lately, I've just been feeling, just this feeling that it's just something is not okay, something isn't right about everything in general, about our society, where we live, what we do, as a people, a whole people in general. And, put myself in perspective with a lot of stuff that I need to change in my life. I just feel like social media is just it was like it's a blessing because you connect with people, because you can talk, you can reach other people that way it wasn't even possible. But it's just what social media is becoming, and I'm talking, mainly reference with Instagram. I think it's such a superficial place where people are it's just living a bunch of lies, a bunch of fake, a bunch of just dishonest, and yeah. And I was part of one of those people, meaning as in I was just procrastinating. I didn't promote nothing absurd. I didn't promote nothing in that nature, but it's just I entertained things I shouldn't have been entertaining. Social media, Instagram, we're talking, it's a place where people are chasing this fame, people are chasing for attentions, too much attention seekers. People will do crazy things just because they want to be viral. You get a girl that just turned 15. She just wants to put herself, she can't wait to put herself naked. A bunch of grown-ups doing silly stuff, just flashing here, there. And it just gets to the point where you're thinking, what the hell are we living in? I'm a guy. I know, many guys are gonna be like, what are you talking about? Like, and stuff. But like, bro, I wasn't happy with a lot of stuff because I feel like it is so superstitional. It is so, people just show you this. It's all about this. When in here, like, what's in here? What makes a person in here and in here? Man, that doesn't matter. Like, you get first judged on appearance. You also get judged in terms of status, classism. how many followers you have, if you've got a blue tick, if you're someone even worthy to listen or to follow and stuff. And I just think like it's just all bollocks, whole lot of nonsense. So I got rid of mine. And but I got rid of mine just because I was trying to, I'm trying to show God that this don't have control over me. I'm in control of this. And to prove my loyalty to God, since I'm seeking him, I have to give him all the attention that he wants me to give him if I'm seeking him. And I recommend everyone out there that's got to the point in their life where they really seeking God, you'll be willing to give up the things that you love. Like I said, I like girls. Social media took a lot of my time. Just unnecessary procrastination on stuff that didn't really make sense. I review all of those stuff and I cut it out. And yeah, and now I feel like I have a lot of time to understand what the Father has to say to me. Procrastination on social media is it's a killer. You go on social media, you're browsing, and then you realize that you've been on it for like almost 4 hours. And I used to hate myself thinking I spent 4 hours just browsing, looking at people, liking this picture, seeing what that person is doing, when that's not even my character. But I wasted 4 hours of my time doing that when I could have done something productive. So that never used to, he used to just do it for me. Like I thought, I'm gonna get rid of this thing. But it has that addiction thing about it that I hate. Me, I'm the type of person, when I like something too much, it's not okay. I shouldn't like something too much. If I like it and I realize I like it too much, I cut it for a little bit. It's cool. I call it trying to grasp control of what I like. We live in a time where, if you can feel what I'm feeling, the times are really dark, really dark. Stuff that we're not allowed, or stuff that we're not entertain. If you look in the past 15, 20 years, yet alone 10 years, things that were not even condoned, it's now the normal stuff. It's like the same. They say bad things are now seen as good and good things are now seen as bad. These type of things were just like, I was like, it was just building up, racking up to the point where I just felt like I don't belong. Like I really don't belong here. And I just feel to try to open people's eyes, help people to see, because I felt like I was blind. And I'm praying to God now to open my eyes, and I'm seeing things that I used to see or wasn't seeing clearly, but understanding that these things are just a waste of. Now, for all you guys that out there that believe that there is a God, again, well done to you guys. Keep believing God exists. I genuinely mean it. God exists. And for all of you guys that are seeking answers, I think it needs to start by seeking God. And again, seeking God is something that everyone says, when I see God for like a week and I didn't see him. From what I am getting to know God. I'm seeking for him. I had to drop every single thing I like, every single thing. And women was the number one thing. I had to stop seeing people, stop seeing women. That's what I mean. I cut down every single tie I had with girls that I was seeing, especially if I had intimate relationship with them. I also cut down all my social media, and I wasn't really too heavy on social media, but I was procrastinating a lot on social media. To seek Jesus, believe me guys, to seek God is holy, and you need to stop sinning. Yeah. And I know we're going to be, some of you guys are going to be like, we're human, we always gonna sin and stuff. I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, I don't hear what you're saying, because you can if you really want to. And if you can't, pray to the Father. Believe me, pray and pray. Even if you don't know how to pray, just get down on your knees, close your eyes, and just mean it from the heart, like you're speaking to the heart. Just think about it, like when you really like someone, or if you claim that you're in love with someone and you have to pour your heart out to them and tell them how you feel about them. That's how the relationship with God is. You have to be so honest, and it needs to be flowing, so flamboyant without forcing, because God can read the thoughts and He can read our hearts. So if you seek Him, you know, it's a step, but believe me, it's from you first making that first step. And I'm not gonna dive in too much into Bible stuff for what I've been learning the last couple weeks. From most of what I know from when I was younger. But as we go, I want you guys to kind of get to know me. I want to get to know you guys. But yeah, the whole purpose of this, this channel is just to kind of if I can teach, if I can learn from you guys, if there's others out there, like I said, YouTube played a big part into trying, helping me, trying to change my life around, seeking God, understanding what's happening around us. The world is moving very fast, and believe me, I know people think, yeah, everything is fine in the world. For those that have eyes to see and ears to hear, believe me, we believe that the times are coming very soon, and you guys need to kind of get closer to God. No, YouTube is a massive community. I feel like it's a big reach to reach and connect with people, and I believe this is something I have to do. It's not for my personal interest, believe me. If that was the case, I don't think I would be on YouTube, because I tried to do YouTube so many times, but I don't know. I just didn't know what to do. I just had no idea. But there's like a burning desire in me, and something that I have to do. No, not for myself. Like I said, it's the Father leading me to do this. My first video on YouTube, believe me, is nerve-wracking. I'll be posting as much as I can, and just drop me a comment, whatever you've got to say. If you also have decided to take that's change your life and walk the path of seeking Jesus, trying to change your life. And I'm talking about literally serious, because like I said, in future videos, I'll be telling you a bit more what really, because it's a whole load of stuff that I felt like accumulated to get me to where I am here today. And yeah, just subscribe to my channel. I want to hear comments as much as people are saying like. Yeah, I would love you guys to like the videos I put, but comment, connect, tell me what you guys think. What's your life in faith, or your walk in faith like? It would be really nice.